Thanks for tuning into the Buddy List. This is episode 5, I believe. Here with two good friends of mine, JD and Drew. Both of them have paid me money to work for them.
See, I told you
we have a good time.
We're not going to say anything as soon as it.
Why not?
So anyway, we're setting up, right? So Tim says, "You know how to focus the camera, right? I'm going to go sit in the chair over there." I said, "Wouldn't it be easier if I sat in the chair and you focused?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah.
It's all your years of experience.
It's my years of experience of doing so many fucking things, too many things."
Oh shit! You're going to be a real help in the nursing home.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
But yes, so you both own companies.
Ask
don't
the
you?
nurse for extra lube next time, Tim.
All right. We're going to cut all that out. Oh, shit. JD's going to be the worst. I don't want to... it's JD. He has to get his bath today, and I don't want to do it. All the nurses are going to be fighting. Yeah. We're not going to do it.
Just, who's next?
He always bites.
He's going to be naked with that hat on.
Yeah.
Wait, no, they're just gonna have the
Where's my sponge bath?
the Trivia Revolution mask.
Yeah.
Someone needs to...
Covering his wang.
Yeah. Hanging on the wanger.
All right. It's JD. Introduce your company. Tell us about it.
Sorry, I'm drinking from the Buddy List cup full of ice that I filled up with...
Can you reach mine? I forgot mine.
Oh, yeah, you forgot yours.
Oh my god, I got you. Hold on.
I'm drinking an old-fashioned cocktail.
And I'm drinking whatever he gave me.
By Bullet. I don't
so
like
much.
I don't like Bullet bourbon, but I like their old-fashioned cocktail.
I don't know what I mean. Old facial cocktail.
No.
That's what he said. Oh, man. This is going to be the best and worst one I've done so far.
It is. My name is JD. I own Trivia Revolution. We're currently going to change it to Revolution Entertainment because we're going to be doing a lot of other things.
Oh, rebranding. Oh, kind of like Facebook and Meta.
Yeah. This is my meta moment.
So, you didn't always go by JD.
No.
Why did you start going by JD?
You do have questions written down, don't you?
I know, but I didn't write this one down, but I know this one.
Because my name is Joe, and there's another company with my name that does trivia.
So it was either kill him or...
Well, no, what
change
happened is
your
I
name.
lost like 3 accounts. 2 accounts? 3 accounts? Probably
Because they were
2.
like, oh, your name is Joe and you do trivia. Oh, you
Right.
must be Joe Trivia.
Right, so they type in Joe the Trivia Guy, and my company doesn't come up. So I rebranded myself, which was kind of weird, too, because I felt like I was lying. Like, yeah, I'm JD. It was like a weird...
It was an alias, yes.
Yeah, I was like, I think that's not really me, but that's me now. So now I go by JD. They even call me JD at work now.
Ooh.
It's kind of more of a classy name, like JD.
Mm.
JD, I say, yes.
I mean,
yes.
yeah, you need like a pipe.
I need a pipe.
Shoots bubbles out.
Pipe.
And Drew,
I see now
on the weekends, I see you all the time.
all
Or
the
used to.
time. All the time. Imagine having weekends to do things.
I know, right?
No.
It's
not-
weird nowadays. Now I'm like, what can I?
I
What
feel
are we
like a
doing?
T-Rex
I
over
know.
here trying to get my drink.
But it was fun. It's good. It's fun being outside. It's nice.
It is. Yeah, so I'm Drew. I don't have as cool a name. I have a few extra letters in there. And I own Xunbo. It's just Xunbo, but Xunbo Rentals. Yeah, Xunbo. Tim and I are wearing some Xunbo shirts
Xunbo
right
shirts.
now.
I'm wearing both.
Also, Trivia Revolution.
this so
Oh
to
my.
look
Okay,
cool.
see
To
that.
look cool.
Okay, I'm stepping it up for next year's shirts. Absolutely.
Well, I did this. He didn't do that.
Oh,
So,
well, you know what? Still,
I bought this.
Still,
Who did
the idea of it, it's we're gonna
Yeah,
try and make
it's
something
like I'm a
happen.
mechanic.
I like.
So I need a patch. You said, what name? Timmy! I need a Timmy patch.
It was on Amazon. It was pretty cool.
I like it. You got your name on it.
Oh, this guy is way too loud over here.
Me?
He's peeking so fast.
Sorry.
Sorry, keep going.
Keep going. Bring me down.
I was just gonna say, like, if I was in a diner or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I saw you doing trivia, but I also saw that patch on you. I'd ask you if you could jump my car.
Oh yeah, like in the
Yeah,
office.
yeah, like
Yeah,
in the office.
Pat.
You got
Pat.
Good looking car. Got to jump it.
While getting a
The
gabagool
bloopers
to go.
for that
Is
episode
that
are
better
really
now?
funny.
I sat back. Is that better?
Oh yeah, now we can barely hear you. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. I can still hear you. You're good. You're good. Put a bunch of stuff together. My first question for JD, it says, how high are you when you write these trivia questions?
God. Well, it depends.
I'm not. I
depends.
didn't ask what underwear you wear. I'm asking about the.
I'm usually.
I'm asking about.
I'm not usually. I'm not usually high when I write these questions.
All right, drunk.
Various stages depends.
That's true. You at random times in your life, you'll just be like, Captain's log, start date 2022,
Stardate.
and you'll be like, here's a trivia
5068.
question.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
do
right.
that,
You've
right?
been around that.
Yeah, you're in the car. You're just like,
Yeah.
trivia question. This is a good one. Write it
Right,
down.
right. Because all day long, it's like they just. It just depends. Like you're driving, you hear a song, like I can't think of anything right now. You hear a song, but it reminds you of something, or it says like it specifically states like a town or a street, or it does something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great name. So I do the voice.
Yeah. JD will think of one thing and then keep it going for like a while, though. Because I remember people were like,
Yes.
please stop asking me birdcage questions, which is just really, that movie's weird.
That is.
Or
that is.
everyone's like, no more fucking Harry Potter movies. Actually, I made a really good joke the other night, and I got an applause for it. Because it was like, they were already complaining about the Harry Potter questions. And then round 4, the categories were like literature, history, craft beer, and like, I don't know, nicknames or something. So they were like, it better not. So I was like, literature. And they were like, it better not be Harry Potter. And then I was like, it's Harry Potter as a joke. And then I was like, history. It's the history of Hogwarts. Craft beer. It's about butterbeer. And they were.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's sometimes.
Or the periodic
I'll,
table. It's always like, what is this on the periodic table?
I'll watch something and it'll be like, oh my god, I got like 15 questions from these. So now I gotta like every other week or whatever. I'm like, spread them out. Try to spread them out.
I moved so many things on that Wednesday quiz.
Because which one?
Round 3, who's the monkey from Aladdin?
Abu?
Yeah, too easy.
Abu.
That's around 3 question?
It was a round 3 question, or because it wasn't a.
It was a round 3 question.
It wasn't a bonus question. It just was a round 3
question.
question.
That's right. I changed round 1.
That's fine. That's
One
fine.
team didn't
Sometimes I stick an easy question in 3 because 3 tends.
Some of
to
them
be
I don't know though.
Look, I appreciate those for the record because
Yeah.
I've been to plenty of trivias and I am terrible at trivia. So when there's a round 3 that I can answer,
But that's
I
the
love it.
whole. It's interesting because I had gotten not an argument, but someone yelled at me at one of our first places we were at. I shouldn't say that. It was Paragon Tap and Table down in Clark when we had that account, and it was just jammed. There was like 100 people there. It was insane, and we're asking questions, and this guy next to me kept saying, "Oh yeah," and he's like, I don't like your trivia." I said, "All right." Because, well, I'm not going to sweat it. Whatever. You can't please everybody.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, so what don't you like about it? He says some of the questions are easy. I don't like so much time in between. He says, where I go, there's like 10 questions in like 2 minutes. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, that's not our trivia. It's entertainment. It's to keep you entertained. It's paced. It's kind of laid back. There's a song that goes in between so people can drink and converse and that kind of thing. So it's more like and then I try to, not on Wednesday's quiz, but I try to keep the quizzes fairly easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it's better that people get like 85% of all the questions right.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason. There's a reason. Because people who get questions right feel good about themselves, are happy, they drink more, they eat more, and they come back. I've been to trivia like trivia nights some other places when like anytime I travel I go to see what other states are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like impossible questions, just impossible. Like it's like you can get 2 right, and I'm like, I'm not coming back. I feel like an idiot.
That's rough.
So this is more of a feel good kind of. I got to try to adjust here. There's not a lot of room. There's not a lot of room back here.
That happens. That's right. Yeah.
Where's the camera stop in case I have to take my pants off?
That's you know what? That's a very valid question because I've been
It's
wondering
usually
the
like
same
this.
thing.
Usually like that. Like a
Yeah.
good headshot.
Okay, we
Yours
both-
a little wider because there's two of you.
We
but-
both may take our pants off.
Actually, I might take his pants off.
It's going to be one of those shows.
So how long have you been doing trivia? Like how the
Honestly,
Trivia Revolution? Like when was
like
the company started?
the whole trivia thing started like around 2002.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah, but it was like
Drew was in like diapers back
I,
then.
I was,
yeah, like well,
that's accurate.
I had a buddy and we would do questions and I was
As a
bartending. No, I was bartending. I was
Yeah.
not.
He was talking about himself.
Not you kids over here. You guys, your frontal lobe still wasn't developed yet.
That's true. I don't think mine ever did.
It's 25. It's 25. It's my best argument for younger people. It's like, listen, come back to me when your frontal lobe fully develops, then we can talk.
That's a good comeback.
That's fair.
It is.
They're like, all right, Grandpa.
But like
You need a nap.
around 2002, and it started around the time I was going to open a brewery too. I started home brewing, and it was this whole weird kind of a thing that kind of came together.
Wait. Do you still dabble?
I still homebrew. In
Okay.
fact, I put on my Christmas list a cider recipe. I'm gonna brew a cider for the holidays.
I don't drink much, but I like ciders. I'll be a customer.
All right, yeah. Yeah, and it got to the point where we were like selling 6-packs and stuff. It was
That's
like
cool.
all
Yeah,
like
that's great.
we had like blank cardboard ones, and just like there were no labels on anything, just like on the caps had
Yeah,
were
yeah.
all marked different things. And they were all like home kits, and then like I would do different things. Like instead of sugar, I'd add like a pint of molasses, like black molasses, to it, and give it a different kind of like a little zing. So that was kind of a fun thing. And then I started doing, when I was bartending Monday nights, nobody was coming to the bar Monday nights. So like we get now, where like a restaurant says, I want you to come in on Monday nights because it's dead. I'm like, if it's dead, it's dead. We're not going to, we can be the best trivia company in the world. It's not going to bring people in if it's dead. So I started doing things like bring your guitar to the bar, margarita Monday night. No, it was martini Monday nights. It was like, and I had pirate themes, and it was just all this crazy stuff. Then we started doing trivia and stuff like that. So that's where it kind of started. And then I started doing trivia at it was Amazing Grapes. That's where we started way back when, because it doesn't exist anymore. The place,
Yeah, where was that? What town?
right in Pompton Lakes.
Okay, yeah. You've been there for a while in Pompton Lakes? Or
I lived in
or
Pompton Lakes for a
Pequannock?
while.
You're in Pequannock, right?
Pequannock.
But that's still the same.
Yeah, Pequannock,
area,
Lincoln
basically.
Park, Pompton Lakes, and then Haskell. I was over there for a little
Is
while.
that where Haley lives?
That is where Haley
Or used to live?
used to live.
That's where Doreen lives.
That's where Doreen lives, Mom.
Why Guy Fawkes? Why the revolution stuff?
I liked revolutionary thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought like this was, what could I do for, because it was originally called Revolution Trivia.
Mm. It's
And-
like Facebook, but drop
right,
the Facebook.
the Facebook, just described the Facebook, right? It was called Revolution Trivia. That's the way I started it. And I didn't like it. Actually, it was called Rhino Trivia. That's what it first started off as.
Oh,
This is like back before
Vintage.
before we had gigs. Before I was
back in my day, we were
Back-
Rhino Trivia.
back when the back in the thing with the gum you damn it.
I mean, Rhino
But-
Trivia. Is
yeah, it was
back
like
During
Rhino.
Prohibition,
It was
we had
called
Rhino
the
Trivia.
Dino
Revolution
Age.
Trivia, but it didn't roll off the tongue.
Right, right.
Trivia Revolution did. So I typed in Revolution and went to images. What can I find? That's like revolutionary. So it was either Ron Paul dressed up like a Minuteman, or the Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah, that's good.
And but I've always been a fan of Guy Fawkes Day, so it just kind of fit in.
Yeah.
And yeah, oops, is he not? Oh,
There he
sorry,
is.
sorry. This one's beat up. This is not the
I
original.
left-
this
I-
is not the original one I gave you
How'd you know?
because it's white. The original ones were yellow.
That is
Then,
true. I left mine at
And then
Shepherd and the Knucklehead in Hoboken.
then-
I never got back. Bought that one.
Anonymous started,
Mm.
and people started wearing them all over the place. And I had a host quit because she didn't want to keep the mask around because she was nervous.
Okay.
I don't want it because I didn't want to be in trouble with anybody.
Who is she gonna be in trouble with?
All right. That's
That
fine.
also,
Very uncomfortable.
that sounds like Elmo a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. That's pretty good.
Don't tickle him.
Elmo.
Yeah, I had Elmo working for me, and Elmo didn't want to go around the mask. But then the United States, then we stopped like all manufacturing in the United States. So this is one from China.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it takes like 3 months to get them. Now I have no idea. I still have I bought like 50 of them.
Oh, you have for extras in case some people
Yeah,
lose
I'm
them?
down to like a dozen. So
That reminded me of something, a question.
After the next 12 hosts, I don't know what we're going to do.
Um,
And if people keep breaking them.
well, yeah. I mean, that one I've had for like 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's in pretty good shape for,
And this is a better bucket. The clear buckets is how we started.
I don't know. Isn't that the second edition bucket?
Yes, this is the
Aren't
second
there,
edition.
there's a
Second
third
edition.
edition now, isn't there?
No, this is it. This is the
Oh,
same
okay.
one. Because I had to buy these in
And then-
a
and then-
lot of 50.
Oh my gosh.
And the pads come in a bread basket.
Yes.
He got it
Yes.
from a restaurant supplier, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
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 That's
Because the
smart.
first one I stole, because I'm like, this is a nice basket. It fits right on top of here like this.
It does fit
And I'm
perfect
like,
right there.
this is mine. And then I found out, yeah, you get them at Restaurant Depot. But then some of the hosts were saying, the restaurant stole my basket. They said it was theirs. So then I started spray painting them, like with a white. Does yours have a white X on it, the basket?
No.
Ah.
No.
Or a silver?
You told me I had one of the originals or something.
Oh, was yours square?
No.
No. The square one's the original one. There's only like 2 of those.
No.
Those are super rare.
Yeah.
Those are super rare.
You get a lot of money for those.
Those are
Yeah.
it's got to be holographic.
But I was going to. Sorry, now that you got me drinking, I'm just keep talking about things.
No, it's all right. So with we do a trivia list every like a supply list every month to see if we need pads and papers and whatnot. And wrangling these people is painful, I think.
How do you know? Is it because I?
Because Haley's always complaining that they don't send her pictures. They always send it to the wrong person if Haley is on vacation.
Yeah.
I was like, how many this time? She was like 6.
6, really?
Or something like that. I forget. She wrote something like that.
I know.
But
I
when
know.
if it says you need replacement items like the mask or things,
Right.
sometimes it says subject to.
Subject to replacement.
Have you ever had anyone lose a speaker and they had to made them buy you a new one?
No, I've never had a. It's like I have that host agreement with all the prices on, and everybody signs that you're responsible for it. It's like if you leave it somewhere, like you get drunk and forget it and leave it at the place, and it all disappears.
Yeah.
I'll probably just dock your pay till I don't know. I'm too nice. That's the
I
problem.
know.
That's reason 7. While I'm never going to be a millionaire doing this, I'm too nice.
I
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. We have somebody who breaks things.
Yeah.
But no, I've never charged anybody for anything. I've only had one host disappear with the equipment.
Why do I feel like that was not that long ago? Was it?
Because I keep talking about it.
How long ago was it? Was it before I started hosting?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
It was this. I don't want to say any names, so
Why not?
this girl Jennifer.
Oh my God! Then he married her.
No. It's like I'm like I gotta let this girl go because the last.
That was one of my other questions was, have you ever fired anybody? Because it doesn't seem.
Oh
like
yeah, it's very rare, very rare. Maybe 2 people.
Wow.
And then I've probably let another 3 go by just not giving them gigs anymore until they say that they don't want to do it anymore.
That's like, so you invented ghosting when it came to a professional.
Back in 1932. This is what I did. Yeah, no, there was a girl that it was her first night. I fired her after her first night.
God.
She came out to train, and we had that stupid what's the name of that place? Hooters.
I knew. Yep. I remember the story.
It was Hooters. Oh my
She was
God.
really bad.
Which Hooters?
It was the
It's-
Hooters in Summers.
Bring that closer to you a little bit.
Somerset.
Bring it closer. Yeah. It's like it's a really
It's on
like
Cottontail Road.
It's a
of
really
all
skanky
the
one.
streets,
But like
Cottontail
like
Road.
you, I walked
It's
in there.
attached to the Hilton.
It's attached to like a hotel.
Yeah.
And like you go in there, like it just looks dirty. Like
It's
nice.
awful. And so the girl's late to getting to the. She's training. And she's
right.
like.
and you're supposed to be like early
She's
anyway
an hour late
to training.
to training.
Yo.
It's only a 2-hour gig, so she shows up.
Yeah.
She shows up an hour late because she went to the other Hooters on Route 9 somewhere.
Okay.
And
I mean, I guess it
like,
could be worse.
It was like an hour. It's literally half an hour from
That's tough.
where she's supposed to be.
Oh, so she was extra late.
Right. So
Um,
she shows up,
Should have been only a half an hour late.
and it's like, okay, well, it's halftime now. Okay, and now she wants a drink on the house, and I'm like, I said, I'm sorry. I said, listen, you show up an hour late. I said, I'm not going to comp you a drink. And then they start. I forget what. I forget exactly how it was, but she was going around to the other tables of teams and telling them they should all go to the other Hooters because the girls over there are much hotter than they are here in
Yeah, I
front of
remember
the
hearing
other
that.
girls.
Holy shit. That's fucked.
I'm like, the fuck? What's wrong with people? What is wrong with
girl's
people?
crazy.
It's really
That's something.
But I feel like you also like if anyone off the street is like, I want to do trivia, you will let them. There
Not
was this
true.
one guy
Not
that
true.
was so quiet. I turned the microphone all the way up, and he's like, "All right, round one, question number 2." I'm like, "Bro, like I can't turn it, but you can't whisper into the microphone."
Oh, I have a guy in the beginning.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
beginning when you first came on, I was a teacher from the old school that I taught at, and he is the most dynamic teacher in the classroom. His arms are going, and his voice is going, and he's talking, he's doing the thing, and he's teaching, and everything's great. I said he'd be a great trivia host. So, he's training, and he starts asking the questions. Question number 1, and this is the way he talks. I'm like, dude, what's with the light FM voice? What are you doing? He's like, what are you talking about? I said, your voice is just really soft. I said, like pretend you're in front of the classroom. Your voice needs to vary. I need to, this was after a couple times I explained this. So then he starts asking the questions, and he's varying his voice
guy's
like
weird.
this. I'm like,
What the heck?
I'm like, he had just total no. He was
kind of tone deaf
too
to
yeah.
Yeah.
He couldn't let go of what he was doing and just talk. But I do have a ton of people that come up and say, I can read really well. I want to be a host. And Tim could attest to this. Reading is probably 10% of the job. 15?
I mean, if you could read, anybody could do it.
Anybody can do it, right? You got to read, and you're supposed to be reading the quizzes before you.
You're supposed to be rewriting the quizzes before you get there.
Well, yeah. You know why? Because it's funny because I have some associates that run other trivia companies, and he just put out this one video, and he was talking about how long it takes him to write the questions and fact check, and he says, "Do I get them wrong?" He goes, "Absolutely." And yeah, it's like you can fact check something, and then like you said, like they came up, like another team will come up with like their phone, because no, they're not cheating. Cheating's not good.
Right. It's after.
It's after they double check, and it's like I forgot what was it.
Oh, the Jane Austen question last night. There were 2 answers to it actually.
See?
But it wasn't a big deal because, like,
What?
first of all, if something's wrong or you have an argument, like, if you come up to me and you persuade me, I'll give you the points.
Right.
There's nothing
Right.
wrong with that. It's also the way
Right.
you will do it. If you scream from your table, no.
No, right.
If you come up to me and be like, I looked this up, like, and I'll
Right.
be like, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's times where it's like, all right, fine. Listen, I'm going to give you the points. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I'll do
Just
that.
sit
I'll do
there.
that all
I'll
the time.
Don't tell anybody.
Or yeah. That's an intangible thing
Right.
that a host that is not like taught. Like
Right.
you have to think like, okay, it's kind of like a borderline question. You want to give it to them. Maybe they're losing. You want to give them the points because maybe they're new and you want them to come back.
Right.
Don't announce it on the microphone.
Right.
Other people would announce that. Don't do that because
Right. Don't scream
if you
at me
don't
from
scream
across
it,
the room.
everybody's happy. Everybody's going to be happy. You say it, they'll be like, oh, man. Like sometimes I'll be playing
Right.
trivia and I'll be like, why would they give them that answer? Like that's the wrong answer.
Right. And that, I don't know if that comes from experience. You try to teach that, like, if people are cheating and you had the best, I don't want to say the best answer, but you had a very great answer to that. Like, and it's the first question you have to ask. People are cheating. Are they winning? This is something Tim said. Are they winning? You know, is it a regular team?
Right.
Are they in last place? Is it like are they just drunk? But if they're in first place, like we had a team last night that wins a lot that were cheating.
Wow.
And
Where?
I
Wow.
told the host, Capital Craft.
Fucking Steven.
No,
All right. Oh, someone was filling in? Oh.
no,
shit.
it wasn't Steven. It was down in Greenbrook.
Oh.
Should I say this?
Oh, it was my BFF. Or no, did she still do it there?
Who?
Morgan?
Yeah, she was there. She texted me. She goes, what do I do?
Shit.
And I
Love
said-
Morgan. She's great.
I said, hold on. I texted because I asked her those questions. Are they winning? Are they regulars? Yeah, they're always here. They win a lot.
Mean Gene?
I have no idea.
Okay, they don't win a lot, but
No, I
they're
don't-
always there.
They're
That's like
always
someone
there,
that's
yeah,
always been
but
there. I doubt
but
they would
They
cheat.
never cheat.
Yeah.
They never cheat. No, but I texted the manager. Are you on site? I said, can
Oscar?
You... Nope.
Different
Oscar wasn't
manager.
there. Different manager. And I asked, I said, can you talk to Morgan to find out which team it is and just warn them? Because a cheating team is like, if you allow a team to cheat, it's like a cancer in the place. And
Yeah.
it'll totally destroy the night.
Well, if they're cheating,
Right.
I'm going to cheat. Cause
We had,
fuck
well,
that.
no, it's not even that. At Crow's, we had a couple that they were drunks. Like, I mean, like she like pissed her stool one night.
Oh,
like
my
I'm talking like
God.
drunks, fall down kind of shit, and they were cheating. And I went up to and we lost like 4 or 5 teams from this, like regular solid teams. We had like a solid 12 teams. It's like, and
That's pretty good.
The space is not much bigger than this room.
That's pretty good, yeah.
But and like the manager was livid, and I just went down there and talked to them. I said, "Listen, I'm going to ask you not to, we're gonna ban you from playing for a couple of weeks. You can come here any other time, but you can't play for a couple of weeks because you're whether you want to admit it or not, you're cheating." And that kind of thing. And I kind of like walked them through it, and they're okay, whatever. And they left, and the manager was like, "Wow, that is so great," because I was going to like scream their faces off. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I said, sometimes the downplay is just as effective.
It happens a lot where
That's
people
pretty good.
think other people are cheating and they're not. Like the other night on Tuesday, this guy Bob, who is known around, he's known. He goes, I knew him before I even was hosting trivia, and I was like, one day he's gonna walk into my bar. No, he's fine. But he was like, I think they're cheating. They're on the phone. I'm like, they have like 22 points. Everyone
Right.
else
I
has
get
like
that. I
70.
get that. Right.
Like they're not cheating.
Right, when
Like,
people come up, they're like the other teams. I think they're cheating, and you look, no, even if they are, they're doing a really bad job at it because they're in like last place. So,
yeah.
oh my God, the place isn't there anymore. The Orchard Beer Garden up in Newton. Where's the old the cowboy city, the Wild West city?
Oh, Vernon?
No,
No.
sorry, wrong answer.
Wait, that's
Newton.
that's Sesame Place.
It's Newton. It's up in Newton. They're not there. They're right down the road from there.
Is it Sussex?
But there was a team. There was
No,
there
he
was
said
a
it's
team.
Newton.
Oh, it's Newton.
Yeah.
Newton. Yeah, it's Newton. There was a team.
Oh,
of
is it
these
technically Byram though?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
Byram. There were these 4 girls that were really smoking. They were really, Josh wouldn't have been able to play. Josh wouldn't have been able to host. He would have been not be able to focus. So they're just like waiting for their dates or whatever. Or they're flirting on their phone. They're taking selfies. They're doing these things, and people were like ready to leave. People were going to leave. I said they're not doing anything. So I had to ask them. I said, listen, I know you're not cheating. I need you to put down your phones. I said, because some of the teams are going to burn half of this building down
Right.
if we don't do this. I said, I know you're not cheating. I said, I know you're just taking photos. That was before TikTok.
Oh shit! You should get on there. So I made a post. Let me make sure this.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Wait, are you on
I know
TikTok?
No, I'm not. I know you have. You got to keep going, but
Yes.
I've never seen. Have you seen trivia on TikTok where it's like, or even really social media, I guess, where it's like, one day it's the question. I know it's silly because
One
it's
day
online,
more.
but then the next day you give the answer. I guess something like that.
Right,
Like,
right.
Oh,
People would
shit.
follow.
I drank the
to-
whole thing.
So drunk. People would definitely follow to try and genuinely do it. Maybe not check
Yeah,
the
yeah.
comments because they want to know if they got it right.
There's
I think
dozens
that.
and dozens of websites and
That one trivia app was big
there's
for a while.
other things
Also
that,
streaming. I think
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But
trivia.
there's tons of
We
companies
talked about that at one
that
point.
do like question of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and if you've never heard of it, then that explains everything. That's why I don't do it.
Why?
It
Because
doesn't work so great.
listen, it's we were gonna do virtual trivia, and everyone was like,
Oh.
"Oh, everybody was on board." This
I
is
was
we
not.
Were,
I was not on board
we were. This is gonna be well
because
not-
it's with
not just
old
you.
people, and you have to have two different things to
Oh
look
no,
at.
no, not. I'm talking about over COVID when
Right.
we zeroed out.
But I know you had one idea, and it was way too complicated for old people.
Yeah.
It was way.
My-
It was too.
my-
I couldn't figure it out.
My-
I'm pretty good technically
yeah,
proficient.
My buddy does it like that. He uses the same app.
Tell me the story. So I posted on our secret trivia host page, and I was like, if you guys have any questions for JD about anything or why he is the way that he is, ask them. And some guy was like, well, I forget exactly what he said. He was like, why do hosts, they want to fill in, and then they do a terrible job, and then they end it early, they're not friendly and all this. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, what?
I don't even know the guy. I've never met the guy.
He's a good guy.
So what?
The guy that complained he's a really hard worker.
Okay.
Like
That's fair.
he'll work the crowd and even people who don't want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows how to get people to play. So it's a misperception on his part. The covering host is a good host.
Okay.
Does a great job. But
Just not up to his standards, maybe.
well, no, didn't understand. Like each, as you know, every single location has its own personality.
Yeah.
And this place is apparently very just like standoffish. There's not a lot of people there. It's been struggling for a while. A couple of weeks we haven't done it just because it's been like there hasn't been a lot of people there. It's that time of year. It's right. It's from like the end of I could say mid November till the middle of January, where just kind of things just kind of start slowing down.
It's too cold to go outside.
Too cold, and so he came in and like only one team wanted to play.
Yeah, that sucks. I hate
So
when that
he
happens.
he waited
Worst. I
like
take
he
it
waited
personally.
he waited like 15 20 minutes past the time,
Mm-hmm.
and still only one team wanted to play. So he talked to the bartender and they called it a night.
So I get it. The other guy's more aggressive. He'll go up to everybody and be like, "Hey, you guys want to
he'll
play?
get-
Here's the thing."
If there's 10 people there, he'll have 5 teams playing. Yeah. But and the other guy is good. He's not as aggressive as that is.
Yeah, I'm
But-
not either.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're not. Tim's kind of shy.
Yeah, a
Tim's
little
kinda
bit
shy.
sometimes.
On
Yeah,
the
but that guy
microphone,
was
he's-
really mad though. Still, was that
Yes.
recent? Was that like?
Yeah, well, you know what probably ticked him off even more, and it was my fault because he texted me, and I'm up in the Poconos with 2 other couples, so there's 6 of us, and we're
Oh
drinking,
my God, what a swingers night
and
that
it
was.
was like we were at a distillery axe throwing,
That's fun.
and I'm like, I'll text, I'll get back to you. I completely forgot. I completely forgot till he emailed me back about his supplies and
So
kinda,
let me guess. He said something to you, and you texted him back. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Because whenever I say something, that's what JD says to me. I'd be like, JD, some guy stabbed me in the parking lot. He'll be like, thank you for bringing that to my attention.
There are times. No, listen, because you say that because this is
Tim,
what
Tim,
this
he's
is
too busy swinging.
like. Oh,
Yeah.
see, there's a message here.
That's fair
Now
enough.
let's see what kind of emergency is happening.
Which
here.
couple is that
I
from?
don't know. Okay, look,
I'm scared.
this is a good night. All right, this is the trivia report because you have to send me the trivia report every night. Make sure that the location,
Okay.
the date, and the quiz numbers on here, so I can verify this stuff. I ask all my hosts to do that, so that because I've had places before say,
Oh, you guys didn't do trivia.
"You guys didn't do trivia that night. Did you do trivia that night? Wasn't that the week you had off?" And I can send them the right. I can send them the report and say, "Nope, here's the report."
That's
I don't
good.
send them to you.
No.
But I have all of them
You
saved.
have all of them
if
saved.
you ever need
That's
one.
on a computer, and he can put any date he wants to on it.
I guess so. So sometimes JD has weird categories for questions. There was.
We're gonna ask him any questions about his balls, or
We will.
Okay.
Getting
Cool,
there.
cool.
It's going in order.
I'm ready.
Okay.
That's funny you say balls because
Yeah, I have weird questions.
That's what I do.
The,
I do balls.
So like there was a Star Wars. The category was Star Wars, but it was a Spaceballs question the other day. There was a question about craters, and JD put as the category whose hole. And I changed that. I was like, I'm not saying that.
It used to be
Whose hole?
It used to be really like when I started, like the first couple of places, there were like some really racy, like over the line questions and like just some, and now like, and then we started at this place called Epic. They were like in business for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And the partner was embezzled like $50,000 and left, and they had to
my
close their
God.
door. We showed up, and there was a chain on the door. It's now
That's-
called Reloaders on Route 23. You ever saw it? The gun.
Oh, okay.
The shooting
yeah,
range.
yeah.
Wait, we went to one of those, right?
No.
Reloader.
Reloaders, with a Z.
Wait, which is the place we went to? The fake shooting place.
This is a
No, this is a
real shooting
But
place.
what's
It's
the
a
one
real
we went to?
shooting
It was
place.
called something like that. I thought it was called something like that. I don't know.
I'm starting to get the
Respawn?
I know
Spawn?
what you're yeah, respawn.
Okay,
respawn,
okay,
respawn,
yeah.
Now you mentioned something about. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, because some nights it's like I'll have like tonight was good. There was not one issue that started the night. Now I'm just getting the reports that the trivia night is over and everything's good. I won't. Not until 11 o'clock will I think, okay, it's over.
Yeah,
I, can,
right.
I can exhale, but sometimes.
What's like the
I
worst call you've gotten or text about like something terrible that's happened?
Oh my God, JD, somebody died.
Yeah.
I'm
Somebody
trying to
was so
think.
excited that they won, they had a heart attack.
Oh my
I'm trying to
gosh.
think what. I don't know. I have to
Nothing
think.
that bad?
Nothing that's come to my mind, or that I've
Well,
kept.
that's good. If you can't
Yeah, yeah.
immediately
Oh, yeah.
think
Right,
of something,
right.
then that's
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm also good at like compartmentalizing and taking all that bad shit and putting it
Yeah,
someplace
that's
in the
true.
back of my mind so that I can sleep. I mean, between the shit that I go through during the day in my day job and this, it's like I'm surprised I still have hair.
How many times have you had like just a host not come at all, just like a no-show? And like, how do you deal with that? Because the bar is going to be pissed.
In 10 years, maybe I'm going to say 3 times that I can remember, but it could be more.
Okay.
I would probably say maybe half a dozen times. Sometimes, like I let I've. Hello?
I was making
Is there
sure.
someone knocking?
No, I did that.
I know. I know. I'm just fucking
making sure.
I saw you. What'd you say?
That's pretty. That's one hell of a ratio. 10 years.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I've
6
had
times.
maybe a dozen times. Then I don't know. I can't say. I don't remember all of
Mm-hmm.
it because it's
So,
so
at least
much.
it didn't.
Yeah, but I did have
stand
one
out
host.
that it was so bad.
I have one host that's happened a couple times too.
Mm.
And then it was
Did they have their natural hair color?
yes,
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Because I remember I was with you once, and they were like,
Oops.
"Oh, sorry, I forgot to go to trivia. I'm going to be a half an hour late or something like that."
I've had that too. Oh, I've had a host, and she's the best. She's the best host. You're the best host. I had a host forget her trivia bag, and so
Wing it.
the first thing
Yeah.
you got to do is okay. The night still has to happen. You got to decide: do you cancel, or do you just go ahead and wing it? So, the host was already there. I called the manager. I explained the situation. I said, "Do you guys have scrap paper and access to a printer?" Yes. I sent them the. I think I sent them the score sheet that they printed off the team sheets and the score sheet for the host.
okay.
Just
And
it
just
doesn't-
scrap paper to hand
and
in
scrap
for the
paper to
answers.
hand out.
Yeah.
Just scrap
that's-
paper. I said bar napkins. I don't care what you do.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that'll
good on
work.
your
That's
part.
awesome. You
know?
Because if there's anything about Xunbo, there's plenty of wing.
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
it's always been learning as
Plen-
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, okay,
Yeah.
let's try this. Wait, that didn't work at all.
You know
Let's
what?
do
And
something
I
else.
think that's what separates a lot of successful business owners from people who aren't invested or committed to it. Like, all right, I'll go home, forget it.
Yes, people are they're scared to wing it, scared to have a potentially worse outcome. But
Right.
who knows? You might end up finding something even better than the original.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you have to. The best advice I got was, you have, in order to succeed at any of these new things, because I have like a whole bunch of new things that I want to try.
I'm excited.
The best advice I have is, to risk looking stupid, because nobody wants to look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to be, throw the football for the first time. I mean, everyone has to throw the football for the first time, or throw the basketball, or get in the Zumba ball, or do something for the first time. But you have to risk looking foolish. You have to risk failing. And I tell you, that's how. I'm sorry, I'm sliding out of the chair. And that's how I've done it. That's how it's gotten to the point where I'm in 10 years, because I've failed 100 times along the way at countless everything. Look at the time that I put into the virtual trivia thing that we were going to do during COVID. We're going to have have leagues. We're going to have this whole thing, blah, 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 blah. And so I started doing it for free. Where, hey, come on, we'll do it free. I'll give out prizes. And we had a lot of people playing. And then how do you monetize that?
Right.
$5, $5 a month to play. Nothing. Not one.
Wow.
Nothing. Out of like 60 some odd people. I'm like,
That's so cheap
right.
too.
But you know what?
It's
Okay.
cheap.
So you move on. You just don't think about it. Like this bingo thing that we started. I was like, when someone asked me, standing on my cord, you should do bingo too. And I'm like, bingo? Like, my grandmother does bingo. And so I did research, and I went to a couple different bingo places and different things. If I'm out of the state, I did things. So you also got to take your time when you do stuff like that. So I think I researched it for 6 months before I came up with the format that I was comfortable with and what I liked and what I thought that would work. And
Sorry, I'm gonna do a little
Sorry.
no, do your thing.
adjustment here. Oh, because I'm gonna sit back.
Didn't know if it was going to work, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing bingo. And it's I have a new bingo place we're starting this month, and I have another guy who wants to start next week. It's like it's
Nice.
it's fun.
It's just an added thing. Like
It's an added thing.
Usually
I
people
like
don't.
bingo.
Yeah. Usually people don't go out of their way to be like, "This is bingo night." They'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm there to eat." Yeah, sure, I'll play
I'm here.
bingo.
You
Why
know what?
not?
Exactly. Like when we did Revolution, what was it? Revolution Bar.
Right.
in,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in Morristown.
There's a lot of people. That's a
Oh,
big place.
God, we had I had to bring in crates of markers because there were so many people. But the same thing, they're there for half an hour. They're there for an hour. They can play. They don't have, they can skip around, whatever.
Mhm.
And it's all it's designed to do is, bottom line with trivia and bingo and a couple of the other things that I got in the pipe. Not that kind of pipe, Tim.
Yeah, while you think of the questions.
Yeah, yeah. Let me think of some more questions. Harry Potter.
Oh my god. No,
What the hell was I saying?
Harry Potter.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You were trying to be
All
wise.
these things in the pot. Well, the main point.
Oh,
You're trying to get the main point
the
of all
main
these
point
things that you got on the
all
trivia.
the things is to keep people in the bar for 2 hours, drinking and eating, spending money. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's successful, the bartender makes money, all the servers make extra money, the place makes money, the host who's there makes money, and I make money. So,
Yeah.
I probably make the
Symbiotic
least out of all
relationship.
of it, but it's okay. It's not the best business design, the
Well,
business plan.
Aren't you also too nice? You don't
Yes.
You don't raise your
Yes.
prices.
Yes.
They're grandfathered in.
Yes. I had
Too
I had
nice.
3 hosts 2 weeks ago that they had cancellations, so I paid him anyway. I said, you've had some cancellations, so I pay him anyway. That's reason number 2, probably why I won't ever become a millionaire.
You were trying a couple, I don't know, years ago to see if you would make enough money from trivia to quit your day job, though.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that like the end game, like your goal?
No.
No?
Won't happen.
Would you be happy with that though? So you don't think it's possible?
You know what? I think it may be, but not.
Not from Trivia Revolution, but from Revolution Was it Revolution Entertainment?
And promotions, Revolution Entertainment, REP.
See, from that, even I know, not necessarily from
Right.
Trivia Revolution, but from Revolution Entertainment and Promotions.
Right. Because
Supplementing.
what would happen if... Here, I got a great question. How do you get your accounts and gigs? Word of mouth?
Yeah.
Advertising?
You know what? So 90% of my business of parties and people calling me has come from, well, not 90%, that's a little high, but the majority was from the fact that I was getting started. I was like, I need to get in with something somewhere to get us out there. Like, how am I going to get us out there? So I was like, what's something that automatically brings a lot of people to it that I could be at? Sure enough,
It was a good find.
I was looking up events. I wasn't even looking up. So we do food truck festivals.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even looking for that specifically. I was just looking for events in Jersey.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I came across an advertisement of Allison's Just Jersey Fest. Shout out to them. Shout out to Allison.
Allison does a lot of festivals.
She does a lot of festivals.
I know her. I've talked to her. We were going to do something we were going to do some type of an event at each of one of her things.
Very cool.
A trivia event?
No. Something else.
A Revolution Entertainment event.
On this the Revolution pipeline.
Magic
there.
event.
I like it. But yeah, thanks to her and being just a vendor at her events that have thousands of people every single weekend. Someone comes, they, just pay the whatever it is, $5-10 to use us at the to enjoy us at the festival, then leads to, you know what, let me get a card. And then which leads to them calling us, which leads to a party, which leads to the friends at the party saying, I want this for my party.
That's the coolest part is like the friend of the friend. Like that's the coolest part.
So if you go to an event, do you have a set fee that you're going to accomplish? Like, do you charge the place you're going to? Let's say it's a private party.
Yes.
Private party, you charge X amount and everybody plays for free?
Yes.
Okay.
So there are some setups, right? Like in the scenario of Allison, I pay her. And you know what? At this point, I gladly.
Yeah.
No problem. I pay her
out.
to be a vendor at her events
promotions.
that have tons and tons of people, right?
Yeah. I'd give you more of that, but I drink it all.
I like the bottle.
It is very
too.
cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
This bottle?
Yeah.
I don't like bullet bourbon, but
You said that before. I was like, I don't
Did
know.
I?
I don't know what that is.
it's the type of bourbon. Like this is a
Baby
I
blue?
like this bourbon. This is nice, smooth. It's pot stilled. It's from Texas. It's baby blue corn. It's like very sweet and smooth. Finish your thing. You're talking about Allison. Yeah, you're paying her because
pay
you
her.
get promotions.
Yeah, if I'm being a vendor somewhere, 9 out of 10 times if I'm a vendor, we're paying. The only times we don't have to pay to be a vendor is if it's like a town day or something,
yeah.
and then the town is paying all the vendors, and it's just free for the residents of the
We almost
town.
got fucked over that one time.
Yes.
Because it was like a town day, but they didn't tell us how it was working. Like Hanover Township Day, it's free for everyone that's there. I guess they hire people to have like those, traveling carousels or merry-go-round or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a rock climbing. They have free food and stuff. So it was one of those things, but we were going to be the only people charging them.
Yeah, and funny
So-
enough, it was someone through a Just Jersey
Right,
Fest
yeah,
event.
yeah.
Someone who was at one of the Just Jersey Fest events came up and was like, "Oh my gosh, you guys would be great at our town day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your email and you guys come and what you guys are doing here, you just come and do it. No big deal. Same thing, same deal. You come, you do it. It's a good time. But then come to find out that it's a town day where everything was free for everyone. So it's like, wait,
No one's going to want to pay for anything.
why are we going to charge everyone for this? No one's going to want to do it.
Yeah.
There's all this other free stuff.
Right.
So we ended up
Right.
talking to the people running it and being like, look, we're charging you guys to be here if everyone else is, because that doesn't
right.
make any sense. So
Well,
that's how that ended up.
One of the reasons I'm asking is we could probably partner with you guys. This is one of the things I've been working on, is partnering with other entertainment venues that don't necessarily go with what we do. Like, let's say we do at Capital Craft.
Mm-hmm.
We do a Ramstein Tap Takeover and Xunbo thing. But you guys would want, that's something like I can arrange and do that kind of thing where you guys can get paid. Basically, you'd get paid from me because they'd pay me, and then I would pay you.
Right, yeah.
But you'd do something like that, right? We could probably figure something out.
Absolutely. I would love to get into the type of space that you have. Like with Allison, it's cool. Like, we do the events, and they're like essentially just about every weekend during the good weather, right? What you do is you're with the same accounts, right? And I want something that's more of that scenario, because what we have isn't the scenario of accounts. I don't have accounts. People call me for their kid's 11th birthday.
Right.
They pay, and then we show up, we do their birthday, and then we...
Hopefully they'll call us again.
Yeah, like maybe they'll call us again for another party next year. Like, maybe. Or maybe they'll have something later in the summer. Or like I offered a few other things other than just the knocker balls, which is the main thing with Xunbo, is knocker balls.
Explain that
to
anyone that hasn't seen it.
So...
Yeah, because it sounds like...
Yeah,
we have one here. You're gonna get into it, JD? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, we're rounding up the equipment. No, yeah, just have a surprise guest just come crashing into all this right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I do like my balls knocked around a little bit, but
I know.
So basically, knocker balls are these giant inflatable bubbles, and you strap yourself into the middle of them. It's not the giant Zorb balls that
not the ones you get in your whole body
in. Yeah, that you run in. It's
these
not the ones that you run in.
To your head.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's like cover your head. Your head is safe.
Yep.
Put it on like a backpack.
Okay, cool.
And you run. You got your legs out, so you run, and you're holding on. You're inside there. You're squished in there. You run into someone, and you can knock them over. Well, you run into someone else in a knocker ball. You don't just run into
random
strangers walking around.
This is the thing that's in a contained area.
Yes.
And basically, there's no end game to it. It's just run around. It's like bumper
True.
cars.
A lot of kids will be like, "How do you win?" I'm like,
right.
Yeah, there is no winning.
Just playing around.
Listen, kid, you don't get a trophy, you don't win.
It is confined. Yeah. Drew has the ring. We even have people copying Drew's setup.
Everybody wants a trophy. That's why.
Yeah, everyone does want a trophy. Yeah, it's actually surprising how many people try and see if there's some sort of objective, but there is. I like that we have it so that there is no objective. Yes, if you can
knock the guy over with red shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, so
we have certain games
scenario,
that we play,
There are, in party scenario, someone calls like, "Oh, I saw you guys. I saw the knockaballs. I want to do it." How does it work? That's always the first question. How does it work? Okay, we come, we set up, we play a bunch of games with the kids. We do something like they could play soccer, right? That's got an objective. You score a goal, you knock people over. It's a good time.
What the parents really like, especially, is that we're there, like being like camp counselors for a couple hours.
Absolutely.
Parents don't have to do anything. We're organizing all the games, setting everything up, cleaning everything up.
Huge.
That's a big selling point. Yeah.
Huge selling point. Absolutely. Saying, and I make sure to say it to them when they're like, because I mean, how many people do you talk to where you can hear the stress in their voice over trying to set something up? They're trying to set something up, a good time for other people, and you can hear that they're stressed doing it. So just we're the guys taking the stress that need to take the stress. So I say, look, you don't have to worry about anything. You can literally hang out. Yeah. You're gonna have just as good a time watching, laughing. We're gonna be there. We take care of everything. Right. We run the party. We set up. We clean up. In and out. Hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you want. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all there is to it. And they're like that. So you're gonna come. Yeah, we're not
we'll be
dropping
there,
this
yeah.
off. We're not going, hey, how you doing? Here you go. See you later. No, we're there.
But sometimes people like that with the inflatables, with the
Yes.
the bounce house. They like that part of it, like 24 hours. It's a good price,
Absolutely.
and we just drop those off.
Absolutely, yeah. So we offer,
bouncy
yeah,
houses
we
too.
offer bounce houses and slides, and it's a scenario. You know, you get a kid's birthday, kid wants a bounce house. Okay, no big deal. Hey, they call us up. Yeah, you got a bounce house. Yeah, look, we're gonna come. We'll drop it off. What time's your party? Doesn't matter. We're gonna come at like
Yeah.
7 a.m.
Yeah.
You're gonna have it. If they want to start bouncing at,
Yeah.
you know,
Before school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's there. It's there. Turn it on. You know, it's
Yeah.
there.
I even said that to one kid. I was like, when they were asking, I was like, no, we just leave it there for overnight, you know,
Yeah.
all night. I was like, you could bounce at 3 a.m. The kid's like,
I
It
usually
was
do
so
it just
funny.
at my room,
The
but I'll go
parent- the
outside
parent
and bounce.
It was so funny though.
Yeah, I mean, and with that scenario, try and be as flexible
Sorry,
as
I'm not being
possible.
rude.
No, you're a businessman. You
It's
got
business.
you do what you got to do.
JD, somebody stabbed me.
So I'll just continue talking to Tim as if he
Yeah.
doesn't know what I'm talking, you know what's going on into the
We just-
camera. I haven't looked. I don't think I've looked at the camera once. Hey,
We're not supposed to look at the camera. I just had a record
Hey,
night
Ken.
at the
Do a little
Ties.
gym,
I'm-
do a little gym thing, yeah.
I'm gonna look at the camera. A little gym thing.
Yeah.
Like this.
We just had a record night at the Ties.
Nice.
Where's
Congrats.
This little place in Little Falls.
Oh, okay, right by Montclair.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, we're going to definitely have to talk because one of the promotional things that we're branching out into is Tim and I will be hosting tap takeovers for craft breweries in New Jersey because these guys don't have the time.
You
They don't
mentioned
have
this
the
a long
resources.
time ago. I
Right?
barely remember it.
How long ago was that?
Like 3 years ago. That's why I was like,
No,
what
no,
the fuck
no,
is he
no.
talking about?
No, it wasn't that. That had to be something else 3 years
I feel
ago.
like it was before COVID though.
No.
Maybe not. I don't know.
No, it was
Sounds fun.
probably about 6 months ago,
Okay.
and
know.
I was approached.
It's been a blur.
It was something.
Tim's been in COVID for like
Yeah,
4
I have.
years.
I didn't hear the bell. I was supposed to drink. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was
Come on,
drink
JD.
break.
I'm gonna have to start drinking straight whiskey.
Just for I'm also getting drunk, but a different type of drunk. Drinking some kombucha.
Well, I've never seen that before. What is that?
Kombucha.
Kombucha?
is
No, I mean like
This
the whole
particular
thing.
one.
The whole.
okay.
What's
So
the alcohol content on that? 0.5.
that's so
0.5.
so kombucha is what is it? It's fermented fruit
Oh, okay.
for probiotics.
Oh,
and-
very nice.
And it's to help
Yeah.
improve gut health.
Yeah, your gut
essentially.
flora.
And it does have a very, 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 because it's fermented, slight, like I guess alcohol.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
it's like
percentage.
0.1%.
Oh, nice. You weren't.
It's like-
I thought you were.
No, no.
kidding.
There's
You're
like
not kidding.
It's,
No, it really
That's
does.
great.
But it's so small that, like,
Yeah.
essentially, if you kill a bottle, right?
Yeah.
It's like this is. I'm gonna put air quotes. It's like you'll feel like euphoric, like you feel good from the drink, but really it's you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
obviously
it's healthy.
It's
Yeah.
the same amount of alcohol that would be in orange juice if you leave it out overnight.
Yeah.
If you leave orange juice out at room temperature overnight, it'll have as much alcohol in as kombucha does.
I mean, I'm drinking Tangerine Dream, so this probably is
Oh, yeah.
exactly what you're saying.
Sounds
Tangerine
good.
Dream.
You know what? It's a really acquired taste. It's really funky. It's kind of sour or tart. But someone at my job put me on, and I believe in it. I love it. I love
That's
it. I
cool.
was like, how? I'm like, she's like, oh, I drink one every day. It makes me feel so much better. I have more energy. You know, gut health. Blah blah blah.
On
And
regular.
I'm like, all right. Well, I was like, all right, let me try it. And you know, I tried it a few days in a row, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, I like how it tastes,
Yeah.
and my stomach feels all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good.
That's good.
So here
No,
I
that's
am.
awesome.
I just stuck with it. I keep drinking it. Now I love kombucha.
That's cool. Yeah. Let me think. So we've been going strong. This was our second year, like with Xunbo, like
Year
like
number
going
2.
like real strong.
Yes.
When did you start the company?
Oh my gosh.
Because I think
Yeah.
was it a year or two before that we did like that promotional stuff. Back when it wasn't even like the same colors. It was like a purple. I have one of the OG shirts.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's see. For whenever someone may view this, we are currently in 2022. We're in November.
December 1st.
December.
Right?
Oh
Yeah,
my
December
gosh!
1st.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
December 1st, 2022. So I'm saying that because 2021 was our first year, and that's only because I wanted to do it in 2020,
Right.
but shout out COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that didn't happen. But really, I think I registered the company in 2017 or 2017 or 2018. I registered the name, the LLC, all that. I want to say summer 2018 maybe it was.
Yeah. I could even look it up because I still have the footage.
It's
somewhere.
crazy, man. It's
did the
crazy.
opposite of
we
what I did.
shot. I was like, Tim, I'm ordering all this crap. Like, I want you to shoot this video
Yeah.
for like this insane company that I'm trying to start, and got a whole bunch of people to show up to a random park. And
Yeah, you had the drone too.
Oh my gosh, we blew up all the foo-foo.
And you had like the
knocker
Chinese balls.
Oh my
back.
god,
You had like the knockoff knocker balls.
It's the
knockoff balls.
The knockoff balls. It's crazy. Like it's crazy now thinking back on that. Like,
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
isn't it like when you think back at like where you were and how the hell it became what it is?
it's crazy. Like, I was so frustrated joining this affiliation of Knockerball because of how expensive the equipment was. Like, it's painfully expensive. But
Is it part of like a franchise cost,
yes,
the equipment?
Yes, exactly. Well, so I bought all these like fake Chinese knocker balls, right? Back in 2017, 2018, whatever it was. And I was like, okay, I'm going to, start a business of doing exactly what we do now with these. But
But on your own.
on my own.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, this is like, I need insurance for something like this. Mind you, I had already shot the video with Tim. Someone walking past was a camp director for that town, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, what are you guys doing? This looks like fun." And they took our information. I ended up going to the camp, and I didn't know what to charge. I charged this lady, I don't know, a random amount. I can't even remember, but I had a friend.
You didn't have
come.
any games like
I did. I
right?
literally had nothing. Like, again,
Yeah. Now we have
from
like
day
all these
one,
games that we have.
winging
Yeah.
it by myself.
Yeah.
No, there was no concept. I didn't even know at that point in time.
He
I didn't even
risked
know that
looking
there.
foolish. You
Yeah,
risked
I
looking
didn't
foolish
know that
because
there
you
was
didn't
somebody
know.
doing this already.
Yeah.
Like officially. So we winged it. It worked out. It was great. But then I was like, okay, you know what? I just did this school with like 40 kids and counselors. I was like, I think I should get insurance for something like that and not be an idiot. And then I looked up getting insurance, and
You said it was some crazy amount.
I will
insane.
outright say that I called 3 insurance companies. One of them, the first one, was like, "What do you have? No, we don't insure that. We don't even really know what that is. That's not a thing.
Right.
Like, how do we know how to quote you? We don't."
Right.
And then I'm like, okay. So then I had to find an insurance company that was more activity based. So then I call them, and they're like, "Oh gosh, we're gonna get back to you." They got back to me. They quoted me $25,000
It's
per year to insure.
it's very difficult to run a business,
Fucking
especially
crazy.
in this state.
$25,000.
Especially in this state.
Yeah.
And I
It's
ran through
unbelievable.
similar things with insurance too. Because I'm like, I don't need insurance. What do I need insurance for? I said, someone's going to get a paper cut. Well, when's if your speaker short? Yeah. I'm arguing with the insurance
Oh
person. I'm
my
like, why do I need insurance? Well, once
Someone's
if
gonna
your
get stabbed with a
speaker,
pencil.
right? Once if your speaker shorts out, and all the electricity goes out, and then they can't do business for the rest of the night. I'm like, come on. And now, do you have the terrorist clause in yours?
Yes.
Wow,
Absolutely.
what the fuck?
Wait, hold on. Let me
Go ahead. You
So
do it. I'll
then
yell later.
No, we're gonna come back to that. So then I ended up getting one more quote, and it was $15,000, and I was like, this is still too much.
Yeah.
So I literally put 2017, 2018. I put the business on hold
Right.
to do a little more research to see if I just made a huge mistake in investing in all like the little bits of equipment that I had at that time. Like,
Wasn't
I
there
bought a
one
whole
point
bunch.
that you were just
Yep.
you were
20. I guess it was 2019, right? Because this whole thing happened in 2017 or 2018.
right?
2019 comes around, and I'm just like, you get the mail. I got the mailer in about re-registering the business. I got to pay for the annual registration. All this stupid stuff
it's
comes
like-
in. I'm paying for a website. I'm like,
Right,
wait, am I gonna
right.
keep paying? I'm like, you know what? I'm closing this down. I'm telling you, I went onto the site. I was
you said you were right there.
I was right there to hit. I actually
to
I
pay to
physically-
dissolve it, right?
I literally hit the button to dissolve, and then it hit me with something saying like, oh, like you need to, you have to like verify something before you can actually like do it. And I'm just like, oh my god, I can't even freaking close the stupid business down. Like, anyways. In between that time, I went on Facebook and I was like, let me see if there's like if I can find stuff on this for shits and giggles. I go on and I find like this party rentals group. Shout out to Party Rental Knowledge Facebook group. And I just threw a Hail Mary. I said, hey, does anybody have, like Zor balls or like bubble balls? And some random guy from whoever was like, yeah, I got a few of these. And he sent me a picture of them, and they were knocker balls, and I was like, oh, like those are nice, cool. Like, where do you insure it? And he's like, oh, I have this, but you gotta call these guys. And he gave me a phone number, and I'm telling you, this random guy in this random Facebook group
It's awesome.
changed the game. He
Just-
allowed me to call this number to get all the information I needed.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, oh, you should get affiliated with Knockerball, and your insurance is literally a third of like anything you've been hearing. And
I remember
I'm
right
like,
before that, I remember
do
texting
it.
you. I was like, what are you doing? Because I liked it. I thought it was so cool. Like, just the idea of the company, and there's, like, not a lot of overhead, and you just kind of, like, travel around.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this is a great idea. Like, what are you doing with it? You're like, I don't know. I'm not. You're like, I don't think I'm doing anything with it. And I was like, oh, man, that
Yeah.
sucks.
It was,
I
it was-
probably
And then a
have-
couple weeks later, you were just like, yeah, so I think I found,
I probably have
Fix.
a dozen stories, just like his, where it's just like these, like weird, like it's like the universe is moving to help. Like kind of like weird things
Yeah.
where it's like something. I would like divine intervention is helping move things forward or whatever. But
absolutely.
insurance is crazy. And now I had an insurance company, and I was ready to sign. I said, you know what, let me the same thing. It was ridiculous, and I finally got under, because there was anytime because you're in a bar. Well, there's alcohol involved, so your liability triples through this kind of stuff. And I said, you have to be fucking kidding me. So I'm registered as, it's like the same type of insurance that like Patty probably has to go out and play in a bar. Like it's a performance. You're an artist. You're an artist or a performer. That's the type of license that I have. And it's not. It's still a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
And then do you have to pay disability insurance on all your employees too? I have to pay like this because I have everybody.
only for Brandon.
If you're not, if
I'm
you're
sorry,
not,
Brandon.
That was a good one, though.
if you're not a contract employee, if you're on payroll, which I learned the hard way that all my employees,
We're all disabled, yeah.
no, I had everybody as independent contractors, but
Oh.
this business model, that's not what this is. These are all,
And I thought for a contractor, you have to go to different places.
I don't know.
So I got lucky with that.
Yeah,
where
I have
I'm
to
able
be-
to do.
Because my
contractors.
people are in the same place every week, the same time with my equipment, the same.
Right.
So it's more like a job. So now they're employees. So now they have to be on payroll. So now,
Yeah.
so like when we hit 2020, and all of a sudden in March I have $0 coming in, I'm still getting the monthly disability insurance based on the year before. Like, so I'm like, in 2020, I'm like putting money back into the account just to pay the fucking insurance and pay the bills. It was crazy. And then they're like, oh, you need terrorist insurance.
Yeah, what?
This
What
is, I'm
that?
like, yeah, what do you mean? Terrorist insurance.
yeah.
Well, it's in case like someone drives a car like through the building and kills people. I'm like, listen,
If they're in a ball, they'll be fine, Drew.
I
So-
said, I told the woman, I said, listen, I said, if someone drives a car through the building, there's going to be other things I'm going to be worrying about than, I don't know. I forgot what I told her. I can't even, I don't
Yeah,
remember, but
that's
there's
nuts.
like a waiver, so I have to sign the waiver.
Drew
to
just
save
was
other-
like, yeah, I do have that.
Yeah,
what the
You
hell?
have it?
It's just it's a part. Yeah, it's definitely a
It's
part
so
of
random.
I signed the waiver,
my
says I don't want it.
contract, and yeah, it's also in my waiver. There's a small section in my waiver too. My God, the waiver that we have for these people to run around in a knocker ball and
Yeah.
physically attack other people.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
I guess
waiver is
Yours is probably,
long.
yeah.
It's
yeah, yours
long.
is probably.
Everyone's like, oh, we gotta do the
Different.
dads. The
There's
dads
not-
are just
there's not
'cause they don't know
much-
the birthdays.
time.
There's
yeah.
not much physicalness in trivia. Bingo, you get a little physical sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I
People-
got a cramp.
People have. I've seen marker fights before where people come out
my
with
gosh.
16 different colors on their face.
Oh my
This
God.
state is rough to do business in.
I bet.
Yeah.
This state.
Especially like with alcohols involved and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Like the breweries are getting
Oh, yeah.
fucked.
I see. I want to. Yeah, actually, you know what? And it's you saying that just now reminded me of what's going on with breweries, and I feel so bad because
Oh.
one thing that I want to do, I always would have liked to have done is basically like what JD does is get accounts with something like a brewery or restaurants that have like nice outdoor spaces
yeah.
Right, well,
where
that's
we
what-
go once a week.
Yes.
Like for outdoor like fun night at the
I want to.
brewery.
I want to work on that with him.
I
That's-
also I
yeah.
told Haley we should do that at Seven Tribesmen. She doesn't see the vision.
No.
All you do is block out 2 of those parking spaces,
it.
and we could do knuckleball
That's
out there.
it.
That's it. Those 2 spaces up
She's
by
like, where would you do that? I'm like,
right
there.
here, right in the parking lot.
That would be awesome. Just cone out the rest of it, and
That's it.
people would love that at
Yeah.
the breweries.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, how would you do that? Would you charge the brewery or would you charge people to play? You could
Probably
do it
the
either way.
probably the brewery.
Yeah.
Probably the brewery.
I think that'd be the easiest way. It'd be more fun. So
Yeah, it's and you're, he's right. When it's on, like the higher dime, like the dime of the brewery,
Yeah.
the people have such a good time.
Oh yeah.
Such a good time.
Right.
Like they
But
feel like they
now-
have to get their money's worth, or they're very like
Right.
they're not saying that it's a bad thing, but like if the people have to pay, it's like it's a different vibe, honestly.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
they want to get in there, make sure they get their money's worth.
That makes you like the brewery more. Like
Yes.
they hired someone to come
Yes.
To
here and foot the
entertain
bill
you.
on it.
They're
Yeah.
like, what?
And like
I
that's
can
fucking
I can-
awesome.
I can do this. Psh, yeah, I'm gonna go and do this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
These guys are awesome for having this. Like, yeah, it's just so much better that way.
It's not even a thing you would think about. It's just like
It's more
the
work
feeling
for
you would
us.
get. Yeah.
Right.
But
It's always more for us. But I mean, at the same time,
that'd be a fun day.
it's a fun
Yeah.
day, and
What?
that's also another way to get
Yeah.
more
we'll get like
exposure.
adults, and there's
Right.
always they bring their kids there anyway to the
I have
breweries.
a great question for you. What stops you from growing? What stops you from having gigs every night?
One, the
Probably-
weather. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's cold out
This
now.
is true. Okay, that's right. Okay, in the summertime.
I mean, awkwardly enough, still the weather.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't even begin to express how, like, rain is our
It's the worst.
biggest enemy.
Yeah.
The absolute, because there's some scenarios where some things can't be done in rain at all, right? And then there's scenarios where like, okay, for a professional baseball game, if it starts raining real bad, they cover the field, right? They wait, it stops raining, they clear off the field, they keep playing. If the rain is light, they will play through the rain.
Yeah.
Right. So in our scenario, it's the same thing in the sense of if it's really bad, we're gonna stop. If it's light,
So you
we'll
can
keep
play in
playing.
the light rain?
But
Like in a drizzle?
but the problem is for us, it sucks.
Yeah.
Either way. So I almost rather it be so bad that we don't
We
do
just
it.
we should be like, yo, it's gonna be terrible. We just should do
Yes,
it.
because
Yeah. But it's hard to make the call.
It's-
So like it's like Drew's either gonna make like a few grand or like nothing, or we'll go and be miserable and maybe not make enough money.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
hard call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
And the thing is, we end up if we end up in a day where we're getting rained out and all the equipment's getting rained on. I don't have a warehouse. I don't
Yeah.
have
It makes so much
like a
extra work
place
for
of.
him.
I don't have like a place of business. All this stuff is in a trailer in our driveway.
Yeah.
So like I then now have to take all of my equipment
Mm.
out that's still wet and damp. I have to open
Dry
it all up,
Open it back up.
clean it all,
Clean
And
it
this
off,
shit is
dry it
not.
all,
This thing
and
is
then
shit is
pack it
heavy.
back up.
and it's a lot
This
of work.
shit is heavy.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of work, and I don't have the guys at that point anymore. It's work. It's a lot of work.
Because that's my the biggest thing that in my way to continue to grow bigger is talent, is personnel. Because like you said, not everybody can do this. I got a lot of people that want to do it,
Right.
but there's not I don't have. And right now, I've been trying to get people down in Monmouth, and also I'm
Imagine
like,
if you could clone this young man.
yeah,
Could
yeah.
you imagine?
Oh man.
You would literally take over the world.
I
What
would
was
do
that-
my
What
own
was that
scoring.
Michael Keaton movie where
Yeah.
No,
I think that's what it was
Xerox
called.
Duplicity?
Yeah,
that's what it was called, yeah.
duplicity,
And like each time he Xeroxed himself, it got
I've
stupider
never seen it.
and
I just
stupider.
remember seeing the VHS back in the day at like the
When
video
you were
store.
like 8.
Yeah. Missed that.
It's
Missed
my
those
like
days.
date night and I'm railing some girl and you're like in your diapers.